Hi guys, this is Dami. You're welcome to the Doshow on Nigeria Business TV. We've started a series this is the third installment of the series, talking about critical question every entrepreneur must answer. And we have been able to look at the concept of why you exist. That's talking about purpose, your mission, and your core values, which drive your corporate culture. Last week, we dealt with the issue of how do I make money, which has to do with the revenue model, the business and the profit model of your business. And today, we're just going to draw in quickly to talk about another critical question, which is, how are you different? And this is talking about the concept of differentiation and positioning in the marketplace. So everybody is going to ask you, what makes you unique? Why are you different from the whole lot? It's very important and very critical for you to be able to define what makes you unique, especially in these days and times where entrepreneurship seems to be cool. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, or everybody is an entrepreneur. And it's been said that there are over 300 million businesses all over the world, and that's a conservative estimate, by the way. It's very important for you to understand that the market is flooded by different value propositions. So you must be able to understand what makes you different. And you can't go into that concept of difference without first understanding what we call market segmentation. In other words, you must understand the fact that you can appeal to everybody. So you must be able to segment your market to know, okay, this is the people I think based on my competence that I can appeal to most, or I can exchange value with. You can use different mechanisms to do that. For example, you can segment market based on social class. You can segment market based on age. You can segment market based on gender. You can segment market also based on generation. So for example, we have the generation X, different from generation Y, which are the millennials, different from Gen Z, which are completely different. They are complete digital natives. You have the baby boomers, you have all sorts. So you must be able to clearly define your segment, because without understanding and segmenting your business or your market, you cannot really differentiate yourself in the marketplace. There are two concepts that I would like to quickly introduce to you. There's something we call point of parity and point of difference. So the point of parity is what makes you the same with other people playing in the market. Then the point of difference talks about your uniqueness. And for you to be able to do that, you must understand the customer's pain point. So there's the general market. Take, for example, the food market. That's general. And if you're talking about point of parity, generally you are in the food space. But when you're talking about point of difference and when you begin to unpack customers' pain points. So for example, it might be that customers are craving for foods that are easy to pack yet healthy. So that's talking about the point of difference in that space. So you cannot be unique in the marketplace if you don't have a unique value proposition based on the customer's pain point. So you have to be able to deep dive into that market space and to be able to see what are the pain points of the customer. And you are able to uniquely go into that space and provide value. And that's how to create a difference in the marketplace. Most of the time is also based on latent demand. That's demand that is there, but the customer is even unaware of. And that's talking about how Apple has been able to get into the marketplace, offering unique value to us. So for example, that's why they don't typically even do market research, as well, the founder, the late Steve Jobs, claimed. So you have to be able to go ahead to uncover. And one of the ways that you can do this easily is to put yourself in the place of the customer or the consumer. You have to be able to walk yourself through the consumer journey to be able to know how they take that decision to come about that purchase of the products or the services. So you need to understand that. So critically, what I'm trying to explain is you need to understand that pain point. You need to understand latent demand. And you now need to be able to craft a unique value proposition to the marketplace. And if you are able to do all of these things, then you will have that unique value to the consumer. And by default, of course, money is going to exchange hands. Remember, When there is exchange of value, by default, there's exchange of money. So I hope this helps. So what makes you unique is the question of differentiation and positioning in the marketplace. Thanks. We'll see you next week, and we'll take the thought further around the critical question every entrepreneur must answer. So in the meantime, I want you to interact with us. Like, share, comment, ask questions. We'll be willing to answer your questions and your queries and clarification. So thanks for listening into this. We'll take the thought further next week. Catch you.